Hey, this is Brittany Mathias, and I'm going to talk to you today about school finance in Alabama. What is school finance? School finance will vary depending on the state and districts of that state. State gives 48%, local gives 44%, and federal gives the last 8%. Funds are distributed per pupil to ensure that each student have the proper materials. Funds are also distributed categorically to ensure faculty and special programs have the means to teach. This is a list of counties in Alabama. There's 4 listed here. And you can tell that Mobile will get more state school funding than anyone else on this list, but they spend less on their students because they have more students that attend Mobile schools. The New York Times wrote an article on Alabama school funding. Back in 1993, we ranked 49th in spending on schools, and in 22 years, Alabama has greatly increased their spending and is now utilizing technology into the classroom. Washington Post released an article about how much or less poor districts get per pupil. Alabama will get $5 more that goes to its poorer districts. How does all of this affect a student? 3 men from Chicago wrote an article that discusses the importance of school achievement and how it relates to school funding. The analysis found that raising the spending may be associated with the significant increase in achievement. In the political aspect of it, those who have the power make the decisions, but those without the power and know what decisions should be made can't make them, such as teachers or principals or anything for that matter. Teachers know what the students need and know what decisions should be made, but can't make them because they don't have the power to do that. Social classes more than you think. Each class has a different achievement rate. The lower class has a major dropout rate, while the middle class is the main class of most students, but yet they aren't given the same opportunities as others. Higher class will always have an educational advantage, and I believe that school funding plays a huge role in educational advantages and disadvantages. Does this affect the students' road to college? School funding between kindergarten and 12th does not affect the students going to college financially, but it may affect them mentally. Community colleges are frequently known as a second chance institution for those who've done poorly before, but I think community colleges are great for all students because community colleges, in a sense, are on a level playing field. There are students from all walks of life attending that school with the same school funding. My suggestions would be that school districts that struggle would get more funding so students have the same opportunities. And also I suggest that instead of states and counties using the school funding to, bulldoze and tear down stable schools, that they would use the money to refresh the school and give students a fighting chance for a great education. In conclusion, many things will affect a school funding. The state, local, and federal affects it. The student to teacher ratio affects it, and the social class of the state or district. And we as teachers and individuals do have a voice. We just have to make it be heard. That's the only way we can rise above and get our voices out there and get what's best for the students.